Víctor, 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 Víctor.
It's mighty quiet here. Persona!
You stood in the face, look into my eyes. Don't you ever think you were laughing behind my day? That he needs a deep, I'm on his eyes if it goes.
Suck. Today, we'll be diving into the cozy game, Animal Crossing, and recreate some of the delicious looking recipes that you can unlock throughout the game. Food and cooking aren't critical parts of the game, but I love being able to unlock new recipes and cook them in my little kitchen. I also find it really fun to display them on my island, share them with my villagers, or just eat them so that I can chop down some trees. Another thing that makes cooking in the game so fun is that you need to harvest and catch all of the ingredients to actually make the recipes, kind of like real life. So for this video, I tried to pick recipes with a variety of ingredients and harvesting methods. So get comfy, relax, and let's head over to my island. I thought it would make sense for us to start off this video with a breakfast recipe, so pancakes it is. First of all, aren't these the most perfect looking pancakes you've ever seen? And to me, they more so resemble Japanese souffle pancakes rather than the classic American style pancakes that I'm used to. So that's what we're making today. And to be honest with you, I really struggled with this recipe at first, but I think after 8 tries, I finally got it. So first I separated some eggs into the whites and the yolks. Then into the whites, I'm adding a bit of sugar and whisking that until it reaches stiff peaks. In a separate small bowl, I combined the rest of the ingredients. That'll be the egg yolks with some milk, vanilla paste, cornstarch, and a bit of flour. Then to combine the two into a batter, I found that the trick is to add half of the yolk mixture into the whites at a time and gently fold that in. You really don't want to mix this a lot. Yeah, basically just as little as possible. To a medium-sized skillet, I added some avocado oil, turned the heat to low, and once it was hot, I piped about half of the batter into 2 small mounds. Give them about 3 to 4 minutes to steam. Then you can pipe the rest of the batter on top of each of them to get nice and tall pancakes. I served this up immediately once it was done cooking, since these have a tendency to deflate pretty quickly, but I added a bit of butter and maple syrup on top, just like the ones we see in the game, and I enjoyed it with a cup of matcha. This next recipe is a very simple one, so much so that according to the game, there's only one ingredient, which is apples for an apple smoothie. Also, please let me know if it's just me, but I hate having to chop wood because I feel like I'm being unjustly targeted by wasps. Like, it's so frustrating, so if you have any tips, please leave them below. I greatly appreciate it. So, in return, I'll cue you into my perfected formula for smoothies. Okay, so even though the recipe just calls for apples, my secret for the thickest, creamiest smoothies is a bunch of frozen fruit, a scoop of ice cream, and the tiniest splash of juice, basically just enough to get everything blended together. But upon tasting this, it was a bit too grainy from the apples for my taste, so I reblended it with some more frozen fruit, which ended up giving it this pretty pink color, which doesn't look like the game, but yeah, this ended up being so refreshing. Moving on to some savory recipes, I really wanted to somehow incorporate diving into this video. It's one of my favorite things to do in the game. Like, I can just turn off my brain and do it for hours. One of the recipes I've unlocked while diving is the recipe for seaweed soup. In the game, it either looks like a Japanese miso soup with seaweed bits or Korean miyeokguk, but I decided to go with the Korean seaweed soup since I really wanted to highlight the seaweed itself. Okay, so first I soaked the dried seaweed in some cold water for 15-ish minutes. To some sesame oil over medium heat, I added garlic along with the rehydrated seaweed, a bit of fish sauce, and sea salt. Then I dumped in the water and a packet of this dashi powder that is going to add even more of that umami oceanic flavor to the soup. I brought this to a boil and then let the soup simmer for about 20 minutes. I thought it would be nice to pair this soup with another more substantial seafood dish, and immediately this aji fry stood out to me. But unlike diving, I actually hate fishing. I'm not sure if I'm just impatient, but it makes me so anxious. Anyways, for the fish itself, I was lucky enough to find this already butterflied horse mackerel at my local Japanese store. I unfortunately didn't realize that the heads were still attached, so I had the pleasure of removing them. To prepare them for frying, we're breading these in flour, beaten egg, and some panko breadcrumbs. These cook super quickly, so just let them fry up for about a minute on each side until they're super crispy. The last thing is to prep the sides for the fish, which are super thinly sliced cabbage, a wedge of tomato, and a big dollop of Kewpie mayo on the side. As someone who loves seafood, this meal was so good. I especially recommend trying the seaweed soup if you've never had it before. Now, I'm Not gonna lie, I chose this next recipe simply because it looked cute, and to me, it really embodies that Animal Crossing vibe. It's the sea bass pie. First, we're putting together a simple pie crust. Into a mixing bowl, add the flour, sugar, and cold butter, which you need to cut into cubes first. Then I'm rubbing, is that the right word? Then I'm rubbing the butter into the dry ingredients by pressing them together with my fingertips until a rough dough forms. You can also add a bit of cold water if the dough needs help coming together. Then transfer this mix onto your floured surface and quickly bring the dough together with your hands. Divide this dough into 2 balls and wrap them in parchment paper. Place them into the fridge for at least 1 to 2 hours. Onto the filling, I'm baking the sea bass in the oven and just seasoning that with some olive oil, salt, and pepper. Into a pan over medium heat, saute some onions and garlic in melted butter and let this cook for 3 to 4 minutes before adding in a few spoons of flour. Once that's cooked down for a bit, start stirring in the milk gradually. Season with a bit more of that dashi powder and a pinch of salt and pepper and remove it from the heat. To finish off the filling, stir in the cooked sea bass from earlier and a few frozen peas as well. Oh, and I also made some mashed potatoes to go under the fish filling. Now grab a large pie dish and dump in the mashed potatoes, followed by the fish mixture and optionally some shredded cheese. Okay, back to the pie dough. Take one of the discs of dough and roll it out to a little larger than the pie dish you're using. We're gently draping this over the filling and rolling out the second piece of dough to make our little decorations. Here I'm just brushing a little bit of egg wash onto the crust so that the decorations can stick and brown up in the oven. Finally, we can fold the excess dough around the edges onto itself to create a sort of crust, and I'm just using my fingers here to even everything out and crimp it into this pattern. You can also just leave it as is or use a fork to make a little design. Yeah. And once you're happy with it, it can finally go into the oven. This turned out even cuter than I imagined, and an added bonus was that it tasted super cozy and comforting too. So I wanted to include some sort of dessert. Why did I say it like that? dessert in this video, and I may or may not have chosen this because I couldn't find carrots to make the carrot cake that I wanted. In preparation for this video, I spent 2 weeks trying to hunt down either carrots or carrot starters, but alas, we're making an apple tart instead. As the base, I made a sweetened tart crust dough with a bit of ground almond since I think the flavors complement apples really well. So into a mixing bowl, add flour, almond flour, sugar, and softened butter, and give those a quick mix. Then you can add in an egg and mix that again until it roughly comes together and transfer that onto a floured work surface. This dough can be a bit on the dry side, so using your hands, bring the dough together until it forms a nice smooth ball of dough. Grab a piece of parchment and let that chill in the fridge for about an hour. Onto the custard. To a small saucepan, add the milk and cream and heat that until it just starts to simmer. And into a bowl with the eggs and egg yolks, I'm adding sugar, salt, and vanilla paste. Mix this until it becomes this pale yellow color, and then carefully add in the warm milk and cream while whisking everything together. Now roll out the dough into a large circle about an inch larger than the tart tin you're using. The one I'm using here is around 9 inches, so I went for 10 inches because math. Okay, this next part can be a little tricky, but you can do it. Very carefully transfer the dough into the tart pan. No worries if the dough breaks or cracks a little bit. You can just patch it up with your fingers and any excess dough that you might have. We're blind baking this crust, which means that we're going to cover it with some parchment paper or foil and add some kind of pie weight on top of that. You can use beans or even sugar, but I'm just using some rice because I always have some in my pantry. But yeah, bake this for about 15 minutes and then we're going to remove the weights and bake for another 5-ish minutes or until it starts to brown and get a little bit crispy. Now we can pour in the custard we made earlier directly into the crust and bake that for around 45 minutes or just until the custard is set. Finally, moving on to the apple portion of this apple tart, cut the apples into very thin slices and please be careful of your fingers. Then just carefully layer them across the custard. I tried to lay them so that it looks similar to the one in the game, but I couldn't quite figure that out, so I went with this rose or flower sort of shape. We're baking this one last time and I'm brushing a bit of jam onto the apple slices just for a little bit of shine, but it's totally optional. I decided to serve this along with some coffee to balance out all of the sweetness and complement the almost nutty, warm, autumnal flavors, which I'm so excited for more of in the upcoming months. That's all I have for you today. Thank you so much for spending time with me. I genuinely had so much fun, so please let me know if you want to see more Animal Crossing recipes, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.
I always spank my dough. Who's your daddy?
Suck.
Hello everyone, welcome back to part 2 of my home makeover series. On the last video, we transformed my old cluttered room into my art studio, and today we will be working on our bathroom. My family and I moved into our current house around like 15 years ago, and we didn't really renovate anything upstairs, so the bathroom remained what the previous owners made it to be. And personal opinion here, it looks kinda whack with all the colors, and it just looks really old and outdated. Like, who would even pair these colors together in a bathroom? Anyways, since the tiles and ceilings are very worn out, we decided to tear it all down and start from scratch. Me and my mom went down to a couple of stores to see some tile options, but honestly, since we live in a small town, there wasn't really much to choose from. The only criteria I had in mind was I didn't want anything glossy because I cannot stand fingerprints and dried out watermarks. So we decided to go with this for both the walls and floors with a matte finish. The theme that we'll be going for is very simple. I just want to make my bathroom look as clean as possible, so I decided to go with a brighter color scheme with a tiny accent of wooden tones just to give it a little bit of warmness. I also decided to add in an extra wall here to separate the dry and wet zones, and I didn't really want to install an extra shelf to put my toiletries, so I requested for a built-in shelf in the wall so I can save some space on that. After that, I can just install a glass door here to finish up the separation. Also, my mom, the MVP, she found this sink and mirror unit online with free shipping, and it only cost like $100. And it even came with a detachable faucet with 2 modes, and the mirror has lights too. I think this is kind of a steal compared to what I had before. And honestly, we were quite surprised that the quality was decent and nothing broke during the shipping process despite how sketchy the deal was. After everything was installed, I realized that the cracks in between the tiles bothered me so much because the color of the cement is showing and it's so ugly. I did some research and I found out that you can actually fix this problem with some white grout, so we went ahead and got that and hired someone to fix it up for us. And can I just say, the difference is so big. Like, it really completed the look of everything without all the black lines. All I had to do next is to clean up the excess grout, and we can move on to the part where I have actual footage. So in the next part, I will stop the yapping and finish up the rest of the makeover with a bunch of cool gadgets and decorations. Enjoy! stickers to tape it so that it will stay in place and won't fold. Okay, while that dries, let's go install some other stuff. Wow, and it stands perfectly still. Oh gosh, I'm gonna ask the question again. Is this straight? Do it. Whoa, y'all can't even see it. There you go. My bad. We just slot it back in like that. Lift it up. Yeah, I think I put it too low. I can't even see it anymore. Okay, let me see if I can adjust it higher. Just now we can see that it's turned on. And then next up we have some decorations. Oh, that's so cute. Let's poke it in. Is this beer? It's like that. Oh my god, that's so cute. Wait, now I need more. I should have bought like two. I should have bought the one with the pig too. It changed the lighting too. Whoa! Wait, hold on. Y'all need the view from up here. pull it to the front too. Then, I love this. And because the second layer is so boring, I figured I would add some decorations. It's supposed to go like this, you know? Or this one. Yeah, let's go with this one. And guys, I found the cutest hand towel ever. Look! Oh my gosh! I think we're gonna use the Totoro one first. And then we can just swap out whenever the one... Wait, the cat one kinda looks cute too. But I want a green. Whoa. That's so cute. Wait, the cat one is super cute too. Oh my gosh. The indie size, this is why I buy both, guys. This is why I bought both. What if we swap it out? What? It's so cute. I will go with the Totoro one first. You don't get over how cute this is. It's like autumn osmanthus, whatever that means. If only this can open. Oh! Wait, that's a cool packaging. Ah, I think you're supposed to put all of it inside. In we go. Just so you know, I'm not done with cute towels. Look! I got more! If I just hang it here like this. Wait. This does not look like a boy's bathroom. It's gonna be the cutest corner ever. I always see people use this in TikTok videos, and I bought a whole pack of them. Basically, it's like a syringe which you inject into like the sides of your toilet bowl, and it's like a flower, and it smells nice. So I'm gonna plant a whole fucking garden in my toilet bowl. We have orange, we have yellow, green, blue, purple. If it falls into the toilet bowl, I'm gonna be so mad. And red. Oh, we have a whole rainbow. This is gonna be so fun. I'm decorating my toilet bowl. Okay, so I think you're supposed to take this off temporarily. Oh, look, it's like gonna be something like this. Then you put this in, and then you basically inject it to the side. I did it! Wait, that was a lot smaller than I thought. Let's make more! Guys, the footage got cut, but I managed to do a whole row of soap flowers. Look, it's rainbow. Oh my gosh, happy Pride, even though it's not Pride Month. Shall we do a flash test? I'm so fucking extra, dude. I bought two really cute rugs. Can y'all see it? I don't know which one. What is it called? Oh, the green one. Seems which one? The green one. Wow, that's cute. Stick it on. I just want to say that I really love how everything turned out. Even though this project was very budgeted, I still think we did a pretty good job at it. And for full transparency, I went on ahead and did some calculating for all the costs for this makeover project. So here's the rundown of everything I spent. The base renovation cost of the bathroom was around $1,200. I spent $500 for the tiles, $250 for the glass door, and $100 for the sink. Meanwhile, all the decoration and gadgets were about $300, so the total cost of everything would be around a little bit over $2,000. And I think the price was pretty worth it considering we tore everything down and started from scratch. So I hope this will be helpful for some of you that are thinking of making over your bathroom yourself. The sink here is my favorite part of the entire makeover. Like before this, I used to leave all my toothpaste and toothbrushes in a cup and other stuff are just scattered around the sink and it looks so messy. But now everything has their own place, and this toothpaste dispenser was such a quality life boost that I didn't know I needed. You literally just push it in with your toothbrush and you get the perfect amount to brush your teeth with. And this cute little cloud toothbrush holder was another interesting find where it can help you disinfect your toothbrush too. And speaking of electronics, this LED light bar that I got somehow made my sink look 10 times more expensive, even though it only costed like $100, which is still mind-blowing to me. The overhead lighting here is a pretty nice touch too, cause I realized in my old bathroom I didn't have proper lighting set up for the mirror, and sometimes if you're a person that wears makeup, you couldn't really tell if your makeup is fully blended or it's just the bad lighting, so sometimes you would just go out with patches of unblended foundation. So I think this portable lamp fixed that issue quite well, and it's a very good investment if you have the same problem. And you can just pop it out and charge it when it runs out of battery too, so you don't have to worry about any wiring issues. Other than that, this is just where I keep all my toiletries and my hair products. I have my cleaning supplies here, toilet paper, and more cleaning stuff. I also plan out everything in a way that is more efficient for me to clean without having anything on the floor except for the rug. I even found a trash bin that can attach to the side of my sink so it won't get in the way too. All my cleaning tools are kept hidden behind my door, and I also replaced my mop with this new Swiffer that I found recently that is so much more convenient. Because I have a doggo at home and her pee pad is right outside of the bathroom, and sometimes there will be pee droplets around the pee pad, and I was so sick and tired of bending down and wiping them, so I figured a Swiffer would be a really good investment for this. The good thing about this is that you can just unclip the pad here and push it down against the wet tissue on the floor, and you're good to go. And when you're done, you can just throw it away, like it saves so much time. The other thing that I love is this water scraper thing. I don't know what it's called, but it's pretty useful when I'm cleaning the bathroom, and since I got like a matte surface for my tile, it dries out really fast, so I don't need to step on wet puddles in the toilet. And also special mention for this hand towel again, cause it's just so damn cute, and I didn't even realize that it can be a toilet roll holder if my mom didn't point it out. Moving on, we have my toilet over here with a new butt spray, and on top we have a shelf for all my towels. The toilet refreshener thing that I was playing with previously also works so well. Like, I didn't smell any poop since then, and it makes your toilet smell so fresh every time you flush. So if you have a family member that has like really bad atomic poops, this would be a really good recommendation to counter that. So yeah, that's my little toilet area, and lastly here is my shower. Nothing much here, just usual shower stuff. We have my shampoo, my face wash, and also I added a little cute mirror here because sometimes you just gotta check on what the heck is going on in certain parts of your body when you're showering. I even bought this phone holder thing because I don't know if anyone else has the same fear of something spawning behind you when you close your eye in the shower. So I developed this habit of always having something playing in the background when I shower, so I feel less scared, and also sometimes it's just nice to have something to watch while you're showering too. Hehe. But yeah, I think that's about it for the tour, and also thank you guys so much for watching till the end. I hope y'all enjoyed the video, and I'm so sorry it took so long for me to pump out another video. Like, bro is still figuring life out, so thank you so much for being patient with me and still supporting my content. Please do stay tuned for the next video because I'll be making over my bedroom, and I promise this time it will not take 6 months to finish because I'm already working on it right now. So feel free to subscribe if you don't want to miss that. And also, if you're enjoying the stuff that I make, I also stream on Twitch almost every week, and I also make art occasionally on Instagram. So feel free to check out all my socials in the description below, and I hope to see you guys really soon in the next one. Bye bye!
I'm Ishihara from the Pokemon Company. Today, February 27, is Pokemon Day. This is the date the Pokemon Red and Pokemon Green games were first released in Japan, marking the beginning of the Pokemon series.
It's the Netflix series Pokemon Concierge. Taking place at the Pokemon Resort on a tropical island, the story follows Haru, who is still finding her feet as a new concierge, and Psyduck as they grow together through their interactions with the resort's Pokemon guests. Its charm lies in the warm visuals that can be achieved only through stop-motion animation. And new episodes of Pokemon Concierge are in production. They are slated for release in September 2025. What sort of Pokemon will Haru and Psyduck welcome as guests next? Take a first look at a few of the Pokemon they will meet in this motion test footage. Just look at the personality and how they move. But there's more. For a limited time, the first 4 episodes are available to watch on Pokemon's official YouTube channel for free. Please take this chance to watch them if you haven't been able to tune in to Pokemon Concierge yet. And we hope you look forward to the new episodes as well.
Hello everyone, I'm Utsunomiya from the Pokemon Company. Next, we have a number of other announcements to share with you.
In Pokemon Go Tour Unova Global will take place on March 1st and March 2nd. This event can be enjoyed at no cost from anywhere in the world where Pokemon Go is available. During the event, the legendary Pokemon Black Kyurem and White Kyurem will appear in raid battles and elsewhere. Also, trainers will soon have a chance to encounter Victini and Shiny Meloetta. We'll also share promo codes for everyone to enjoy. We hope you're looking forward to the new Season 2. Remote Stadium will be returning to ranked matches. Enjoy intense battles in the unforgettable Remote Stadium. A new type of battle is also arriving, called First to 500. In it, a new feature called Eos technology allows you to gain special effects when you score a certain number of points. Plus, look forward to an updated map, with updated wild Pokemon. The win condition is simple. Be the
Next, allow me to share some news about the Pokemon video game series. A mighty Meowscarada, Skeledirge, and Quaquaval will appear in a series of Terra Raid battle events. And even more Pokemon are planned to appear in the future. We hope you continue to enjoy the Pokemon Scarlet and Pokemon Violet games. Next, please have a look at this video. What you've just seen is the world's first glimpse of a new title, Pokemon Champions. This title will be focused on the Pokemon battles you know and love from core Pokemon games. Pokemon Champions will continue the tradition of pitting your skills against those of other trainers from around the world, but this time we're aiming for these core-style battles to be enjoyed by more players than ever before. Game Freak, the developer of the core games, is carrying out the planning for this project, while development is being handled by the Pokemon Works. And Pokemon Champions will be coming not only to the Nintendo Switch family of systems, but to mobile devices too. You'll be able to choose how you want to play based on where you are. What's more, you can also connect with Pokemon Home. Thanks to this connectivity, you won't be limited to using Pokemon you can partner up with in Pokemon Champions. You'll be able to team up with Pokemon who joined you on your adventures in previous Pokemon games. We hope you're looking forward to battling Pokemon trainers from all corners of the world. Stay tuned for future announcements regarding the launch date of Pokemon Champions.
México. Soy Tomás Cortijo, director regional para Latinoamérica de The Pokémon Company International. El día de hoy estoy muy feliz de venir latinoamericano. Esto significa que de aquí tendrá que entrenar desde el anunciarles que Pokémon Champions estará disponible en español latinoamericano desde el día de su lanzamiento. De igual forma, además de los 9 idiomas que los entrenadores y entrenadoras pueden elegir, Leyendas Pokémon ZA tendrá también la opción de jugarse en español latinoamericano. Esto significa que de aquí en adelante habrá 10 idiomas disponibles para jugar. Finalmente, como ya anunciamos con anterioridad, las futuras expansiones del famoso juego de cartas coleccionables de Pokémon estarán también disponibles en español de las nuevas formas para deleitar a los jugadores de diferentes regiones y mercados como Latinoamérica.
Pokemon Legends ZA is a new title in the Pokemon series. The story takes place in Lumiose City, the largest city in the Kalos region. Prism Tower stands tall at the center of this city of beautiful vistas. These days, Lumiose is undergoing a high-tech urban redevelopment plan to turn it into a city that people and Pokemon truly share. After you arrive in Lumiose City to see the sights, you'll meet 3 Pokemon, one of which will become your first partner: Chikorita, Tepig, and Totodile. You'll choose one of these Pokemon to accompany you on a new journey as you get to know Lumiose City and its inhabitants. Here are some of the colorful characters you'll encounter. When you arrive in Lumiose, you'll meet a new friend and ally, either Urbane or Tawny. The hotel where you'll be staying is run by AZ. You'll also meet his partner, Floette. Lumiose's redevelopment is being managed by Quasartico Inc. You'll become acquainted with the company's CEO Jet and her secretary Vinny. The different people you meet will make your time in Lumiose all the richer. To help people and Pokemon coexist, the city has set up wild zones. These areas, located throughout Lumiose, give wild Pokemon habitats where they can thrive. To catch one of these wild Pokemon, aim carefully, then throw a Pokeball. If you're having a hard time catching one, have one of your Pokemon use its moves to weaken the target, making it easier to catch. This game offers a style of Pokemon battling not seen in previous titles. Moves can have a longer or shorter reach, or different areas of effect. So choose your timing and positioning carefully to gain the upper hand. Lead your partner Pokemon through battles and dodge incoming attacks. Swap Pokemon if you need to and find the right moment to unleash a move. What's more, certain Pokemon can go beyond evolution by undergoing Mega Evolution. When a trainer's Keystone resonates with the Mega Stone held by their Pokemon, the Pokemon will do more than just change shape. It'll unlock a new level of power, turning the tide of battle in its favor. As Lumiose continues its transformation into a city that belongs to both people and Pokemon, who knows what kinds of encounters and experiences will await you. Pokemon Legends ZA, coming late 2025.
Pokemon Legends ZA is scheduled to release in late 2025. We hope everybody can wait just a little longer for their adventures in Lumiose City to begin. That concludes our announcements for today. Thank you very much for watching.
Hey, dog, get some ice cream? Only a spoonful.
Bye.